As we continue off with the conversations this morning, Ombudsman Basilius Dyakugha opened a 6th regional office for both Kavango regions on Monday. Dyakugha, during the opening at Rundu in the Kavango East Region, said the office of the Ombudsman has opened its doors in 5 other towns that include Keetmanshoop, Swakopmund, Ongwediva, Katima Mulilo, and Otjiwarongo. He now joins us on the line all the way from Rundu just to give us an update on that. Ombudsman, a very good morning to you and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning to you and to your listeners.
All right. Now, the Ombudsman opened a 6th regional office, as I mentioned earlier, for both Kavango regions, and this took place last Friday. What will this office provide in the long run?
I think it's good that you are asking that question. Where we are operating from, we are very busy. The Ombudsman really assists the population of Namibia in terms of assisting them with their complaints, various complaints, including service delivery from various line ministry, public institutions, particularly when it comes to issues that affect individuals who want to access government services, and also those who are in the public institutions who are employed. They also faces various issues with their ministries on government public offices in terms of the decisions that is made by these public officials, which we refer to as maladministration, and of course human rights issues for the rest of the residents in various regions. And the office also look into environmental aspects as how we should actually protect our environment in the whole country. And as you know, Rundu was serviced, or Kavango East and Kavango West was serviced by the office in Katima Mulilo, which is really very, very, very far. And we then decided to establish an office in Rundu. In fact, the idea is really to have offices in all the regions, but the resources always restrict us, and we move slowly.
We do understand that there is a human rights training workshop that is currently taking place and is expected to end today. Talk to us about the workshop, what it entailed, and also what were some of the key aspects of human rights training that were offered by the Office of the Ombudsman.
Yeah, I'm happy that you asked about the human rights training, which is going on here. We started on Tuesday. We're going to finalize it today or conclude today. The human rights training is a project that we have in the office. It started in 2022 in the north. So we covered Zambezi region. So today we are here in Kavango East. We actually have realized that through our engagement with the regional governors and the regional leadership in the regions, that they need human rights training for their residents or inhabitants in the regions. And what we did is we have then partner with the governors' offices and the regional councils to identify critical topic or subject areas where they want us to cover. And once they have given us a list of the critical areas or the subject matter which their regions lack more information, we then bring experts in that field to come and share information with their community leaders. We actually gather various sectors of community leaders in one room, including the police, traditional leaders, marginalized communities or indigenous minorities, and also many line ministries that are represented in that region. But for, like the Rundu one now, we covered issues of human trafficking, gender-based violence. We will cover communal land issues, particularly the question of land allocation in the communal area and illegal fencing. And also we cover the issues of disability, their rights, is how they should actually understand the government services as where they can go and get assistance. So all these people are now today, this week in the one roof, and we're taking them through so that they can understand their basic rights.
Now, will this office in Rundu have full-time staff, and also how can the community members reach out?
Well, it's not only the office in Rundu. All over the country where we have our offices, we have made it easy for the public to reach us. They can walk in, they can call us, they can also send a text message. We have a text message code, which when you send a text message to that number, it reaches everybody in our office. They can also send us emails. So there's an easy way for us to be reached. It's definitely not difficult. Most of our investigators equipped with mobile cell phones. So our challenge is really only transport. We operate basically outside office, and we need 4x4 vehicles, particularly in the regions, to reach the areas where we need to reach. But we are not really well equipped with a transport in that regard. So maybe we have to see how government is going to really assist the Office of the Ombudsman there, because we are really struggling with transport.
From your perspective, Mr. Dyakugha, how has the decentralization of the Ombudsman services impacted trust and accountability when it comes to public institutions?
Yeah, so far, public institutions are responsive to our inquiry. When we receive a complaint against institutions, they cooperate. They do respond to our inquiries. We get the information that we want. But there are some instances where after our investigations, we make our recommendations and they are hesitant to comply. And that is actually the stage where we, as an office in terms of the law, are then obliged to report that institution's position to the National Assembly. The idea is really for the National Assembly then to take it further and discuss the issue with regard to the offending institutions, maybe to put pressure on the line minister or the cabinet to do something about that. But that is very, very it is not happening that often. But we have institutions that are actually guilty in that line.
Right. Perhaps before we let you go, what is your vision going forward for expanding or improving accessibility of your offices in Namibia?
I didn't get the question. Expanding
offices. Your vision for the Office of the Ombudsman in the future when it comes to putting your services out there in Namibia?
Yeah, you See, that's a good question. If you look at Namibia, it's a vast country, and the population is sparsely. We are sparsely populated, meaning we don't really live closer to each other. So it's very difficult to reach remote areas. So what we do is exactly we map out the country and see where are we getting difficult to reach people or where the people cannot reach us easily. So our next stage is really to see which region is the furthest to our office. So we want to be represented in all regions, but as I said earlier, that finance doesn't really permit that to happen in a short period of time. So our next move is probably to look into those regions that are far, far away from our nearest office. And it depends on the funds. So because we operate from public institutions. We are public institutions, we are government, so we cannot build our own offices because we don't have the fund for that. So that's why we always want government to provide us with institutions like Ministry of Works, and then we open an office there.
Mr. Dyakugha, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Basilius Dyakugha, who is the Namibia National Ombudsman, joining us this morning, talking to us about the 6th regional office that was opened in the Kavango, in Rundu, pardon me, and this is for both the Kavango West and East regions.